Hello, this is Aurelio Paredes Bautista. Today we shall have Lesson 8 of the English language lessons. We shall be talking about sentences and the idioms concerning the preposition in. This is about sentence construction. I'm showing you a Japanese sentence here on the left. I'm showing it because it has a different construction than the English on the right. And so I shall show you the order by which the Japanese construct their language. Watashi, that's the who, that's the subject or the topic. Kino, that's the when. Yesterday, watashi is I. Ni wa ni, that's the where. That's garden, in garden. And amai ringo, that's the what. That is apple sweet. Yoku, that's heartily. And tabimashita, that's ate. So if you read it in Japanese, is watashi wa kino ni wa ni amai ringo wo yoku tabimashita. In English, if we read it in the same arrangement in the Japanese, I, yesterday, garden in, sweet apple, heartily ate. So, this arrangement here, if you say it in English like this, it would be puzzling. But if you look at this is a very logical arrangement. The wa always precedes, and the when comes second. The where comes third. The direct object comes next, and the adverb here, and the verb. Okay? Now, watashi wa kino ni wa ni amai ringo wo yoku tabimashita. The English versions can be written, and there are many versions. We can put the yesterday before any other word. Yesterday, I ate heartily the sweet apple in the garden. Or, I heartily ate in the garden the sweet apple yesterday. So a different arrangement, but the same thought. In the garden, I heartily ate the sweet apple yesterday. Yesterday, in the garden, I heartily ate the sweet apple. So, there are so many things or many ways on how to say it in English. While in the Japanese, it is only one way. Only that. The Japanese and Koreans do not follow the insistence of saying personalities if the subject is I. So, in Japanese, the speaker may proceed by saying kino, ni wa ni amai ringo wo yoku tabimashita, without saying the I. Because if you listen to him, it is understood I. The subject is understood I. Here is another sentence construction. Japanese. Watashi wa getsuyobi ni kuruma de Tokyo e ikimasu. Now in English, if you literally transmit it in the same order, I, Monday on, car by, Tokyo to, go. Now, when you translate this into English, there are several ways or versions you can say it. I am going to Tokyo by car on Monday. Or you can say, on Monday I am going to Tokyo by car. Or I am going by car to Tokyo on Monday. So if you compare, the Japanese sentence follows the routine of wa, ga, ni, de, e, wo. These are things which will make you identify the segment, while the English is very flexible. Here is another Japanese example. Watashi wa haha ni tegami wo kakimashita. This is presented so I can tell you where the indirect object and the direct object is located. So, watashi is I, haha is my mother, tegami letter, and kakimashita wrote. So, the English version would be probably two. I wrote my mother a letter. And this is the same arrangement in Japanese as in English. See? But this one is another arrangement. I wrote a letter to my mother. Now, your assignment will be to write sentences in English, because I shall not be talking about the Japanese arrangement anymore after this. Write sentences in English that have direct object and indirect object. Now, I am presenting to you purely English sentences. I shall go to the market. That's a simple sentence. I shall buy fruits. That's a simple sentence. Now, when you want to make a compound sentence, you may group these two by saying, I shall go to market and use the conjunction and. I shall buy fruits. That's a compound sentence. I shall repeat. I shall go to market and I shall buy fruits. That's a compound sentence. Now, I shall make another compound sentence by saying two simple sentences. I shall go to Seoul. That's a simple sentence. I shall stay home. But these are contradictory. So when you make a compound sentence, you will say, I shall go to Seoul or I shall stay home. That's a compound sentence. Peter called me while I was reading. This can stand by itself. This is a complete, simple sentence. While I was reading cannot stand alone. But when you mix the two and say, Peter called me while I was reading, that's a complex sentence. So as to buy a shirt, I have to sell old books. That's also a complex sentence. Assignment. Make 10 sentences each for simple, compound, and complex sentences. That will familiarize you with the English sentences. I shall present to you the idioms involving the preposition in. So if there's a question, are you in? Yes, I'm in. It means I am joining the group. Or an idea. He is in love. That's a deep feeling for another. She is in trouble. That means she has problems. He is in danger. That's a likelihood of harm. Is the doctor in? Well, is he in clinic or home? So, almost the same as that in, but this is joining, and this is the existence. Where? he is located. It is still in the air, not definite. It is in the bag. It is already certain. I am in the dark. I don't know. His life is in the balance, undecided. He is in the clouds, daydreaming. He is in deep water. He is in danger. He is in the doghouse. That's a disgrace. He is in the doldrums. He is depressed. He is in the dumps. Same thing, depressed. And here are some more. He is in his element. That is, he is in a surrounding that is agreeable to him. He is in a fix. That means he is in a mess. He is in a flutter. He is nervous. He is in king's good graces. He is favored. He is in good hands, in good care. He is in hot water, in trouble. He is in the know. He has the info. He is in the limelight. He is the center of interest. He is in the money. He earns much. He is in the pink. Good health. He is in a rut. No change in his situation. We are in the same boat. We are in the same position. He is in a temper. That means bad temper. Assignment. Memorize all the things presented here because the idioms do not literally mean the words. It means another thing. But because of the usual usage of the ordinary people, it becomes part of the language. Today, we have discussed the three kinds of sentences: simple, compound, and complex sentences. And I also presented to you some of the idioms related to the proposition in. The next time, I shall present to you the big words, compound words, which are difficult to understand if you do not know the derivation. So long for now. This is Aurelio Paredes Bautista, and see you again.